Uh, Hello, everybody. Let's start. Uh, I'll be speaking about Waves platform. Let me give a gentle and short introduction to Waves platform. It's a blockchain which is well known maybe in some other parts of the world, and we are starting to be better known in the US and in the regions that don't know about us so well. So this is my first time in the US, and I think that we have a great potential here. So let me give a very short introduction to Waves blockchain. What do we have now? Waves is a blockchain, actually, yes? Something similar to Ethereum conceptually. Technically, it's absolutely different, built from scratch, and it has very many very useful and unique features. What do you think, which is the fastest blockchain now in production, from your opinion? What is the fastest blockchain now, which is working, actually? Yeah, just would like to know what people think about the fastest blockchain. Actually, it is Waves, because we support up to 100 transactions per second. It's in production. It's been live since several months. So for like 5 months, we are the fastest blockchain in the world, because we can support 100 transactions per second. And it's not a prototype, it's working. People are sending those 100 transactions per second every day. It is done through some kind of a generalization of Bitcoin NG protocol for proof-of-stake systems. What is the second biggest platform in terms of ICO funds raised on it? Who knows? Yeah. Actually, it is also Waves. More than $300 million has been raised on Waves platform. So of course we're not Ethereum by a wide margin, but we're the second biggest ICO platform, because people can issue tokens in a very easy manner. It takes you a couple clicks and you have your token, and you can trade it right there, right now, right here on the integrated decentralized exchange. And this DEX is working since about a year in production. And DEX are quite popular now. Many startups are doing DEX. But our DEX has been live since January last year. And it has around 2 million or 3 million daily transaction volume every day. Millions of trades have taken place on it. And it is also the fastest DEX, in my opinion. It is probably arguable, but actually I'll try to explain why it is the fastest DEX. Because we have a unique architecture on our DEX which combines centralization, because we have a centralized matcher, and security and transparency of the blockchain solution, because all actual value transfer takes place on the blockchain. So you send orders to the matcher, it matches them, and actual value transfer takes place on the blockchain. Through this we can have an trading experience which is absolutely similar to what you experience at centralized exchanges such as Bittrex or Poloniex, for example. If you do manual trading, you will see absolutely no difference. Trading at our DEX, which is integrated right in our client, which you can download from wavesplatform.com, you will see no difference between Poloniex and trading through our decentralized exchange. Robots and bots are another matter. Algorithmic trading is also possible. People are doing tons of algorithmic trades. Maybe it's not so fast as usual algorithmic trading, but it's also doable. So basically, from user perspective, you can see no difference. And this thing is in production. You can trade any token you issued. You can trade Bitcoin. You can trade any fiat currency that we support. We support stable coins for about a year. We support euro, dollar. It's fully backed by actual assets, and you can trade all the supported fiat currencies and also such cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash. And we have Ethereum, of course, to support it also in a fully backed way. So why we are not Ethereum? Yeah, because we have so many features. Why we're not Ethereum? We didn't have smart contracts at all, actually, because the idea was to create a smart contract system which makes sense, because we don't want to repeat or do the same thing that has been done before. And it takes time to figure out how you can proceed to do something like better in this field. What we are having now on our testnet, we have probably the first non-Turing complete smart contract system in production after Bitcoin scripting. Because Bitcoin scripting is quite often overlooked. It is an interesting approach. It is non-Turing complete, but you can do lots of things with this approach. And we have launched a non-Turing complete approach, which covers like 90% of all use cases that Ethereum covers. But at the same time, it doesn't need to introduce any kind of new entities such as gas. So for a normal transaction price, you can do smart contracts without introduction of any kind of gas. It's on our testnet now. It can be tested. You can do many things with it: multi-signature, atomic swaps, oracles, many things with non-Turing complete approach. It can be tested now on our testnet, and it's going to be launched on our mainnet in around July. After that, we're going to move to smart contracts, Turing complete fully Turing complete applications. Probably around fall this year, we'll have it on our testnet, and it's going to be launched by the end of the year. And it's going to be also very different from what Ethereum offers and other platforms. Actually, we have been in production since a couple of years, and our ecosystem is quite big. I won't dive too deep into details here because we have very many things. We have an accelerator, which is called Waves Lab, which supports projects running on Waves. We have, for example, Better Tokens Association in Switzerland, which provides some kind of a guideline for correct and legally correct ICO campaigns. We have a Liquid Wave, a liquidity provider on Waves. If you issue a token on Waves, you can get some kind of automated liquidity on Waves. We have a research unit. We have very many things, and our blockchain has very many unique features, which make our blockchain the fastest, and DEX probably the most usable at this stage now. And we are moving forward. So our next goal is to have a very robust smart contract system. But on top of that, we realize that it's quite important to offer to real business, to enterprise, to public services, something which they can use right here, right now. Because what our community offers now to big enterprise, it's not much, actually. We have value transfer, which is Bitcoin, and we have tokenization of venture investment, which is ICOs. That's all that we have in production, basically, yes, with some exceptions, of course. But we need to offer something which is usable by enterprise and public services now, because they really want this. And you can't really do this on open blockchains. So we are creating a permissioned version of our blockchain, which is going to be used for exactly this, for big enterprise level products. And we have many partnerships now, which are going to be announced soon. And this is going to be, I want it to be like the default solution, at least for certain regions in the world, for running blockchain applications, for big business, for big enterprise, and for public services. Yeah, so there was a, sorry, there was some kind of video here, but it doesn't show. It doesn't matter, actually. As I told you, I've never been in the US before, so this is our first time here, and we're going to be expanding internationally. And we have a very good product, in my opinion. I recommend you take a look because we have very many unique features. We've been around this area. I've been around since like 5 years, and it's just the beginning. And now we're going to expand internationally. Oh, it's coming. This is the video for our new permissioned ledger. Thank you very much. Check Waves platform out. I think you'll find it quite interesting. Thank you.